Good evening, you're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. Implementation of the first and second parts of Adamiyah Road 240 kilometers long dual carriageway project starts. The Sultanate scores the topmost in effective vaccine management with 99% at all levels. Electronic registration for those who are desirous to perform Hajj pilgrimage will start on the 10th of April. And 150 youth from GCC countries discuss in Muscat role of Gulf youth in the development. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. Aiming to facilitate land transportation and to fulfill the economic activity witnessed by the Sultanate in all fields, implementation of the 240 kilometers Adamiyah Road dual-way project has started as per up-to-date international designs and standards. The Ministry of Transport and Communications stressed that this project comes within the expansion process of East Adamiyah dual-way likely completed and will include many junctions in various levels and bridges. The road is built to suit all weather conditions so that traffic won't be affected by flowing wadis. The 3.75 meters road will consist in the first and second phases of two shoulders on both sides with barriers to ensure traffic safety. It is also considered one of the vital and strategic projects in the Sultanate that will keep pace with commercial and touristic movement. The Sultanate scores top in effective vaccine management out of more than 90 countries undergone assessment by the World Health Organization. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rabai.
With an overall scores of 99% of the effective vaccine management EVC by the World Health Organization, making Oman the first globally. Thus, the Sultanate, represented by the health services, has achieved an unprecedented accomplishment as it passed through the World Health Organization 9 standards of effective vaccine management. In this regard, His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al-Saidi, Minister of Health, chaired today a meeting on vaccines management assessment in the Sultanate with the WHO team and Ministry of Health officials.
Today, the World Health Organization mission presented their finding regarding the assessment of the management of vaccines in the Sultanate of Oman. 90 countries assessed worldwide, and I'm glad and proud to say that Oman is #1 within these countries. They've passed the assessment of all the 9 criteria with a mark over 90. The overall mark is 99%, which is great news for the country. And I'm grateful for all those who are working in the vaccination programs in the Sultanate of Oman and for those who established the program many years ago.
A mission from WHO conducted a comprehensive assessment for vaccines management in immunization program from 20th to 30th of March in order to identify key strengths, weaknesses and the recommendations proposed by the WHO to improve the vaccine management systems and thus reach the global standards.
Today we are celebrating the success for the Minister of Health by achieving 99% score. This achievement has been done because of the collaboration between the different stakeholders and the dedication and hard work of all the employees of the Ministry of Health and the other health institutions working in the Sultanate of Oman, and with the support of the World Health Organization.
Well, we would like to congratulate Oman for passing the effectiveness vaccine management assessment, and Oman was on top of this assessment, the effectiveness vaccine management assessment, and this assessment was in terms of vaccines from the whole cold chain supply, so from arrivals and then up to the delivery of the vaccine.
The team assessed all levels of the Sultanate's health establishments that carry out immunization in the governorates, in addition to assessing the central and regional vaccine stores in the governorates and health establishments that deliver the service. It also covers the methods used in vaccines management, such as safety, quality, storage, distribution, and handling of the vaccines in all levels. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television.
The Ministry of Endowments and Religious Affairs announced that from 10th to the 24th of April as date of electronic registration for those who are desirous to perform Hajj this year, as per the rules and conditions decided by Ministry, such as e-registration and contractor selection from the specified list. The Ministry notifies that there will be no request to be approved unless it is presented through e-system of registering pilgrims or after the specified registration period. The Ministry clarified that e-registration is not considered as an approval. Registration of residents who have the desire to perform pilgrimage will be through Smart Hajj card pertaining to contractors who are transporting pilgrims. Dr. Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Ma'mari, scientific advisor at the Office of the Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs, said that the ministry had completed all preparations to register pilgrims of the Sultanate of Oman through electronic registration as from Sunday the 10th of April until the 24th of April 2016. Mechanisms and conditions will be published through media means. The awareness campaign for the pilgrims started very early until now. Pilgrimage priority will go to those who did not perform Hajj at all, and then to those who performed pilgrimage many years ago, and the most priority is for those whose health condition necessitate them. The sorting of approval will be done electronically, and the notification will be through text messages to those who are approved for performing Hajj this year in order to continue other formalities such as selecting the contractor, medical checkups, and obtaining the Hajj card. It is worth mentioning that the Sultanate Hajj quota for pilgrims is 14,000 male and female, but due to expansion at Hajj circuit places during the past 2 years, the quota was reduced to 11,200 male and female pilgrims, and this year it is expected to go back as it was before to 14,000. Project of operation and maintenance to assets of public authority for electricity and water topped projects awarded by the tender board at its third meeting of the year. Projects worth more than 31 million Omani riyals were awarded. The board awarded projects of operating water networks, wells, pumping stations, building and annexes in the governorates of Muscat, Brahmi, Dakhliya, North and South Batna and South Sharqiya worth more than 27 million Omani riyals. The board also awarded developing of works educational portal of the Ministry of Education, besides providing security guard services roaming around residential blocks for the governorates of North and South Batna. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Dr. Rashid bin Asafi Al-Kharabi, Chairman of the Tender Board. A number of topics of concern to the Sultanate and the United Kingdom was the focus of the meeting of His Excellency General Sultan bin Mohammed Nu'mani, Minister of the Royal Office, with His Excellency Michael Fallon, British Minister of Defence, within the context of the visit to the Sultanate and his delegation. During the meeting, they had cordial talks and discussed a number of issues of mutual concern. An official session of talks was held at the Ministry of Defence today between His Excellency Sayyid Badr bin Saud bin Harib al-Busaidi, Minister responsible for Defence Affairs, and His Excellency Michael Fallon, UK Secretary of State of Defence. The session reviewed the cooperation relations in the military fields between the two friendly countries, besides discussing a number of matters of common concern. The role of Muslim scientists in highlighting the image of real Islam and its sealing for tolerance and brotherhood to achieve the common good in all human beings was the main aspect of discussion between His Excellency Yusuf bin Alawi bin Abdullah, Minister responsible for Foreign Affairs, and His Eminence Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Baruddin Hassan, Grand Mufti, head of the Supreme Jurisprudence Council of Syria, who is currently visiting the Sultanate. During their meeting, they also reviewed the latest developments on regional arena. Still to come in our news bulletin. 100 artistic work inspired by Omani environment showcases at Fragrant of Colors exhibition. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Oman Dry Dock Company signed a memorandum of understanding with Babak International Group to provide experiences and technological support in military ships and fleet maintenance, as well as expansion of maritime services in this regard. That came on the sidelines of meetings of His Excellency Yahya bin Saeed Al Jabri, Chairman of the Board of Directors of Special Economic Zone Authority at Duqm, with His Excellency Michael Fallon, British Minister of Defence. They also viewed existing relations between the Sultanate and the United Kingdom, as well as strengthening joint cooperation. With the aim of highlighting reality and aspirations of Gulf youth, the National Youth Commission organized a workshop entitled The Youth Role in Development. The workshop, which witnessed participation of more than 150 youth from GCC countries, discussed 13 work papers in addition to showcase a number of youth successful experiences. The seminar discussed the importance of involving young people in development planning strategies and institutionally empowering them through the investment of their practical and intellectual talents to advancing the development as the world is heading today to enhance opportunities for young people to contribute in the economy and the development of national policies as they constitute an important factor in the civil society. The working papers fall under three major themes, namely the reality and the aspirations of the Gulf youth to contribute to the development of the government and interests in sector of youth in the development mechanisms for youth empowerment and review of Gulf and Arab experiences in the field of institutional empowerment to young people. The first factory in the Sultanate for pipe fittings was opened in the Wilaya of Sohar through a support from Petroleum Development Oman PDO. The factory specializes in manufacturing cleaning tools and maintenance and checking tools for pipelines and their fittings by using sophisticated and smart equipment. The factory aims to provide local markets and export to other Gulf markets. Discussing means of enhancing existing relations between the Sultanate and Iran in all fields topped the meeting of His Excellency Sayyid bin Ibrahim Al-Busaidi, Deputy Governor of Muscat, with Commander Babak Abdullahi, Commander of Iranian ships Lone Nakdi and Bushehr. During the meeting, they exchanged matters of common concern. His Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Muscat, explained the role carried by the government in serving the society, its historical and civilizational landmarks. From his side, the Iranian guest praised the paradigm shift that the government of the Sultanate enjoy. Setting up fish markets and intensifying veterinary surveillance on fish in markets of wilayas of South Al-Batna Governorate topped discussions at the meeting of the Municipal Council members of the wilayas of the Governorate. A number of officials from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries Wealth took part in the meeting, which focused on the importance of developing the fish market in wilaya of Rostaq. The Directorate of Civil Defense and Ambulance in the Governorate of North Batna organized an awareness exhibition to raise awareness among society members on how to deal with accidents and emergency cases and reduce effects of these accidents. The exhibition held in the College of Applied Sciences in the Wilaya of Sohar on the occasion of World Civil Defense Day. It embodied the theme Civil Defense, Information Technology and Media. The exhibition activities aimed to teach society members how to deal with emergency cases at home. It also aimed to teach society members how to use fire extinguisher and first aid. The exhibition continued a campaign to donate blood for accident victims. The event came to stress the importance of civil defense in keeping properties. The Directorate General of Tourism, in cooperation with the Al Wafa Social Center and participation of a number of touristic companies in the Governorate of Brahmi, conducted an entertainment touristic trip for disabled people to introduce them for the beauty of the Governorate and its touristic landmarks. The activity, entitled Tourism is for All, in the concept of awareness to take care with segment of the society. The activity included also dialogue session and competitions that entertained the participants. Female students of Al-Shada bint Jabir School in the Wilaya of Nizwa organized a fine arts exhibition. The three-day exhibition included more than 100 artistic works inspired from the Omani environment. Such works include paintings, photographs and Arabic calligraphy. The exhibition held at Nizwa Grand Mall reflected the heritage side of the Sultanate and Islamic art. The Omani Society for Fine Arts announced its readiness to accommodate the students and give them a chance to participate in the upcoming exhibitions. Now for the general weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas overlooking Sea of Oman with chances of scattered rainfall. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be north to northeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Implementation of the first and second parts of Adamiyah Road 240-kilometer long dual carriageway project starts. The Sultanate scores the topmost in effective vaccine management with 99% at all levels. Electronic registration for those who are desirous to perform Hajj pilgrimage will start on the 10th of April. And 150 youth from GCC countries discussed in Muscat role of Gulf youth in the development. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.